Some of the crazy things that we've helped our clients out with is, one example that comes to mind is we had a client who their flight was delayed from Denver to Houston, and then they were taking a Disney cruise from Galveston out to the Caribbean. Well, if you ever done that route, you know that it's gonna take you at least 45 minutes minimum to get from Houston to Galveston. So they arrived into Houston and their luggage was lost. So they had to wait for their luggage. Meanwhile, we're on the phone with the Disney Cruise Line and the captain to the Disney Cruise Line, the ship that they're going on. And we actually were able to help delay the cruise as long as we were able to, which was an hour or so. And unfortunately, because there was more traffic than anticipated, the cruise had to depart. So as our clients pulled up to the port, the ship had just literally barely left the port. But as soon as they let us know that happened, meanwhile, we're talking to Disney, we're talking to the clients. I mean, a lot goes in to when something like this happens. We got on the phone with the clients, we got them rerouted so that way they could meet the cruise line at the next port. And we got their airfare rerouted, we had transportation, everything. We took care of and got it rescheduled for them. So by the time the Disney cruise arrived at the port, this was real awesome. Because they knew the situation, they actually sent one of their representatives from the cruise line to the hotel to pick up our clients and escort them to the cruise, and they had a great time. They loved going on to the cruise. Of course, who doesn't once you go on a Disney cruise? So I had another instance where we had some clients who, it was an entire group traveling. Well, when they got to the airport, their flight got canceled. And it's not just, whenever a flight gets canceled, if it's one person, that's easy for us to help out. But this was an entire group of people. So as they get to the airport, they get told by the counter, hey, the flight's been canceled, we put you on a flight for the next day. Well, the only issue is they were flying in from an international airport in South America to the United States. And in the United States, they all had connecting flights to get to a bunch of different destinations. So they contacted us and we actually got on the phone with the airport. Our client handed the phone to the person at the counter at the airport, and we walked their staff through what needed to be done, the flight numbers, everything. And we actually got that group of people booked onto a different airline and on their way so they can make all their connections within the United States, and it didn't cost them anything. So those are a couple of the scenarios that we've gone through as travelers. There's a lot more. It's part of the things that we do as a company, as an agency, and that's why we have our 24/7 trip support. So when we get informed that something is happening by our clients on the day of travel, whether it's during work hours, whether it's in the middle of the night, we immediately go to work and start solving the problem. And we tell our clients, like, hey, just relax. We'll start working on this for you and let you know in a couple minutes where everything's at. Because when you think about it, if you're on one plane that's been delayed or canceled, I mean, you're one of 200 people sometimes that's trying to talk to the same two gate agents at the counter or calling the same phone number in the same scenario. So with our 24/7 support, we actually go through our system with the tickets that have been issued through us and look at, as soon as you tell us your flight's been delayed by 5 minutes, we go through and immediately start looking at alternatives, because we know that sometimes that 5 minutes can turn into a huge delay or a cancellation. So that's one of the important things about why our 24/7 support is so great, and so many of our clients have been able to take advantage of it, just because of the skills and experience that we have here.